Welcome to another episode of Purpose NIL, the show that makes entrepreneurs on purpose for the greater good. They include student athletes as well as you. I'm your host, James M. Rink. I will be your purpose coach today. Joining me again is the University of Oklahoma's women's basketball player, Zya Vann. Zaya's story is going to inspire you to chase your dreams and build plans to be able to build your dreams for the future. Zya Vann, you ready to go for another episode?
Yep, let's do it.
I hear the excitement in your voice. All right. And for our audience, just so you're aware, we're recording this episode in the middle of September as Zya prepares for women's basketball season. Zya, if you could just give a broad spectrum to our audience, what your schedule is like as you manage academics, basketball, NIL, family, friends, everything else, especially when it comes to basketball and the preparation that your schedule takes you in.
Yeah. Okay, so this week we actually just started like our first official practice week. So we've been practicing basically like 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. Yeah, that's been pretty tough. I still have like classes twice a week. And then that doesn't really leave me with like much time to like spend time with my family and stuff. But I love it and I love what I do, so it's all worth it.
Well, we appreciate your time with us today. We're hoping this time investment will help you to define your purpose that you can take to your basketball team as well as your academics and to build new NIL opportunities. Now, to our audience at home, as a recap, Zya talks a lot about her love for her family. Her mother, her father, and her grandfather who just passed were all greater good influencers that allowed her to be the woman she is today. She also is the daughter of Zya Vann, who played basketball at the University of Oklahoma in the 90s, as well as the younger sister to Zya Vann, who played basketball at the University of Oklahoma for 5 seasons and just recently graduated. Zya, how is carrying on your family's basketball legacy at the University of Oklahoma? How has that impact you?
My dad and my sister were 2 like phenomenal basketball players. And I think just like carrying on their legacy won't be like too hard or anything. Like I think it's just like it's like just going out there and just like having fun. I think that's like the best way to do it. Just being myself.
You also shared in a previous episode your dreams of playing in the WNBA. Tell us a little bit about that aspiration.
For like as long as I've played basketball, I've always just like dreamed of going to playing the WNBA when I get older. And some of like my role models from the WNBA were probably like growing up was probably like Skylar Diggins. She plays as like the same position as me. Sue Bird, Asia Wilson, Candace Parker. They've just done like great things for women's basketball, and they're just like great players. Seeing them has just like it just inspires me more and more.
And what I heard you say in your explanation to answer my questions in those fantastic players is words of inspiration and excellence and encouragement. My guess is that's what you get feeling wise from those players. And that's what driving you, pushing you to want to be that kind of player at the University of Oklahoma, as well as a career in the WNBA. In the previous episode, you were able to identify the feelings. And the reason why we're talking about feelings again to the audience that may have not watched the previous episodes is we always use words of feelings put to actions to connect to people to define purpose. So Zya, if you wouldn't mind, re-identify just the core feelings that you love to feel that have allowed you to be the woman you are today that you want to go give others.
So my core feelings are love, happy, peace, safe, gratitude, and inspire.
All right. Since our last episode, when we've been able to identify those, have you had any moments of reflection or moments in your life that you can say, well, that's when I was feeling or giving one of those core feelings?
Yeah, I'd say So we talked about my grandpa quite a bit, or a little bit, in last episode, and his funeral was actually last Saturday, and I would say that I felt like all six of these feelings at his funeral. Just like getting to like see my family that I've actually never even met before, and then just like being able to like be there for my mom and my grandma. It just made me like very grateful to like be able to do those things, and I just felt like all the love from just like everybody around us, just like supporting us as we still are grieving, is just amazing. So yeah.
Well, that had to be a very powerful funeral and memorial service for your grandfather if you walked away from it feeling love, happy, peace, safe, grateful, and inspired. That sounds like he was a very, very powerful man if that's the
It was,
spirit that he evoked from that time.
yeah, for sure.
All right. So as you go from family funerals and the huge loss of your grandfather to a week now on the court playing basketball, which of those core feelings can you take to your basketball game? Take a look at those again. Love, happy, peace, safe, grateful, and inspired.
I would probably say like peace. It's like always nice to have like a good like peace of mind, especially when you're like playing a sport, because I feel like it's just so easy to like get like very like just go into your head kind of. And I feel like that going to your head can really like affect your game. Um, and so yeah, I'd probably just say peace.
That's powerful. And what I love about what you've just explained is if I remember from the earlier episode, you talked about the power of your father's words when you would be having a difficult game. 9 times out of 10, he wasn't giving you basketball strategies, which he could. He was giving you words of peace. Or I think you've even said your father will send you messages or Bible verses or things to just keep you in a state of peace. Peace is very, very powerful for you to feel. And it's great that you're able to identify as a leader of your team, you can go bring peace to your teammate.
Yes, for sure.
And the great thing about that is we're going to talk about a flywheel of purpose. The more you give those feelings to others, it makes you feel better. It was a great line that Abraham Lincoln taught me. When I do good, I feel good. It's a flywheel of purpose. When we live for the greater good and giving feelings and good gestures to others, it in turn makes us feel the same. So my next question, because I know we're going into more pre-basketball season, when you go to the court to play a game and the fans are around you, look at those core feelings. Which of those feelings would you hope your fans felt from you watching you as an athlete?
Probably like happy and inspired.
That's great. Which is very similar to the feelings you said you got from your role models in the WNBA. Inspired, happy. And this again is how you are just a reproductive being in the feelings that you love to feel or the feelings that you love to give. Now, I do also understand you're in a very vulnerable time because you're still grieving the death of your grandfather. But the more that you can actually be living these feelings he gave you and your parents gave you, it'll help you honor your grandfather in a whole new way, which becomes transformational. That's when purpose can help you to rise above the noise and be the best person that you want to be.
It makes me feel really good. And I really just feel like that's what it's like all about. It's about like just like continuing the cycle. Like I was once inspired by like past like OU women's basketball players, and like now it's like my turn kind of to just like inspire other younger girls until it's like their turn kind of. And so it just makes me feel really good though that like all my like hard work has really like paid off.
It's your moment to shine. All right. Well, to our audience at home, we want to encourage you to do the exact same thing that Zaya is doing. Acknowledge the people who've loved you to allow you to be who you are today and how they made you feel so that you can write a personal purpose statement to go give those same feelings to the people you want to influence for the greater good. And in business, that helps lead to new business opportunities. And Zaya is going to do just that in our next segment as she defines her purpose to build her NIL brand.
I teach at a public charter school in urban Oklahoma City. I was at a crossroads. I felt devalued, complete worthlessness, honestly. I didn't matter. I didn't matter to the world, and that I didn't have a path. What is my reason for even being here? I was just done. I was done with everything. Done with people, done with teaching, just done. Through Purpose of You, the course completely changed how I walk through life, and having my purpose going into the classroom was huge for me. And this past year was a great year. It was a beautiful year.
Knowing your purpose can transform your life. Go to purposeofyou.com.
Knowing what my purpose is helps me take care of me, because I have to take care of me first. If you're not valuing yourself and you're not feeling worthy, it's something I lived and had to find out, right? What that purpose was. My bucket was completely empty, and I'm trying to pour into other people, and I had nothing. So in order to take care of me is reminding myself of what I am called to do. Like, I'm seeing those things now. Before, I didn't see where my impact was at all. I am Cheryl Fox, and my purpose is to inspire others to transform their relationships, helping them feel worthy and valued.
Knowing your purpose can transform your life. Go to purposeofyou.com.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL, where we continue our conversation with the University of Oklahoma's women's basketball player, Zya Vann. So Zaya is in the middle of the Purpose of You masterclass, where she is defining what her purpose is. As we said earlier, purpose all comes down to feelings put to actions to connect to people. She was already able to identify her core feelings of love, happy, peace, safe, gratitude, inspire. In this section of the show, we are going to focus on the actions, the things that Zaya just loves to do. I gave Zaya a list of action verbs. She was able to identify probably 24. I've asked Zaya to narrow down the core action words to her top 5 or 6. So Zaya, what was the first word you chose?
So my first word I have is strengthen. And it's actually funny because I was just talking to my strength coach yesterday, and I was just telling her like all my goals that I want to like accomplish in the weight room and stuff. And so like I do just want to get like stronger physically, but then like also mentally, just like just be able to like obstacles are going to constantly be thrown at me and stuff. And I just want to be able to honestly just like stay joyful and just like strong no matter what, and just stay like content kind of through it all. But then I also just want to get bigger in the weight room because that'll just make me a better athlete.
That's great. And I love how you've been able to figure out using the word for strengthen, both for emotional empowerment and physical empowerment. That's brilliant. That's a powerful word. What was the second word that you chose?
My second word is play. I just enjoy to play basketball, and I just want to play.
But I'm smiling because I'm thinking about what you said earlier in the episode about your family legacy. It's like, no, it won't be hard to carry on the tradition of basketball and my family legacy at the University of Oklahoma. I'll just get out and play.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. And certainly because now you're feeling that word is connected to your purpose, which I think is just great. All right. The next word on your list. And why?
Overcome. I guess that kind of goes with like strengthen. I kind of already like described what that means. I'm going to face challenges and obstacles. But it's just all about how I like overcome them and get over them, because I'm going to have to eventually. The world keeps revolving. So yeah.
That's great. All right. What was the next word on your list?
I picked influence just because I think me personally, I like to be influenced, and so I just feel like I like influencing others as well.
That's great. All right, and your next word?
And I picked achieve, just because I just have a lot of goals I want to accomplish, and achieve.
Then how about your final word, your sixth word?
And then my final word is commit. I just want to be commit, kind of reminds me of like the word loyal, kind of. And so overall, I just want to be a loyal person, just like on the court or just, in basketball, but also just in life.
Well, I certainly love the words that you've chosen. And I believe once we get into the writing stage, you're going to enjoy connecting those action words with the feeling words you've already been able to identify as you write your personal purpose statement. The one thing that I have noticed in especially the words strengthen, overcome, influence, these were all things that you were also able to say, this is what your mother, your father, and your grandfather did for you with their words and how they gave you peace. And I can already see that you're taking all of those good attributes of your mother, your father, your grandfather, and the feelings they gave you directly connected to your life as a basketball player at the University of Oklahoma. It's good stuff.
Yes.
What helped me tremendously was connecting with other people that were also going through the same thing that I was going through. So I knew I wasn't alone, and other people battled that. And so having that encouragement was so helpful. Understanding where all of it comes from, why the feelings, frustration, it was validated. And once I had that validation, I was able to move forward and know that, okay, so throughout all of this, I am called to inspire people to transform their relationships, help them feel worthy and valued.
To learn how discovering your purpose can transform your life, go to purposeofyou.com and take the free transformational assessment.
Knowing what my purpose is helps me take care of me, because I have to take care of me first. If you're not valuing yourself and you're not feeling worthy, it's something I lived and had to find out, right? What that purpose was. My bucket was completely empty, and I'm trying to pour into other people, and I had nothing. So in order to take care of me is reminding myself of what I am called to do. I'm seeing those things now. Before, I didn't see where my impact was at all. I am Cheryl Fox, and my purpose is to inspire others to transform their relationships, helping them feel worthy and valued.
Knowing your purpose can transform your life.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL. We are here with Zya Vann, who's already been able to identify the core feelings and the actions that she loves in her life that she is going to use to help write her personal purpose statement for her life, and then be able to use that purpose to be able to go out for new NIL opportunities, as well as taking her purpose to basketball and to academics. Zya and I have something in common. This is a story that I want to share with Zya to help encourage her, and maybe it will help encourage you as well. Zya has recently gone through the death of her grandfather, who was a greater good influencer in her life. Zya has also identified her grandfather as the greatest hype man, everybody's greatest hype man. He always found the good in life, even in bad times, even in rough circumstances. He was a man of optimism. I had a hype man in my life that also died. When I was 14 years old, my older brother died of a very rare disease called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It was at the death of my older brother that forced me to ask, why am I alive? Why am I here? And it forced questions in my mind to help me try to figure out, what is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? And I was able to realize within time, my purpose is to communicate hope, to help people, to make people happy. And it's a way that I get to honor my brother's life, as well as the greater good influencers of my life, primarily my God and my dad. The same can be true to you. Once you identify your purpose, it helps you to transcend life's hardships and helps you to overcome. It helps you to be a better you. Zya, coming from in the same week, going from the funeral of your grandfather, moving into the basketball court in getting ready for this year's basketball season, how have you pivoted in a new direction of being a better athlete to your teammates and to yourself?
It's just trying to like really just focus on like my team and myself and just like getting better and stuff. And yeah, like really just being there for my team and just trying to be the best leader and just teammate I can be.
You're in a perfect place in your life for doing this right now, coming out of your grandfather's. I had no idea. And when you said his funeral was just last Saturday, I'm really grateful that you're here. I truly mean that.
I have a reason to be here. I've inspired and changed the world today. Every day you feel that fulfillment. You've lived out that purpose. You've done it that day. And there's joy. It has been super impactful having gone through the course. This is why I'm here. I never get tired of inspiring somebody. I never get tired of making somebody feel worthy and valued. Like that fills my heart.
Knowing your purpose can transform your life. Go to purposeofyou.com.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL. We are continuing our conversation with the University of Oklahoma basketball player, Zya Vann. In your last segment, Zaya and I were talking about how death can force us to ask big questions. Why am I alive? Why am I here? You may be feeling those same questions in your own life and asking those questions in your own life. Let's face it, we're all still getting over COVID and getting out of a very turbulent time. We all survived. And it's forcing all of us to kind of question, why am I alive? Why am I here? We're in a world of chaos and crisis, and having definition of why we're alive, why we're here, helps us to transcend the noise. So Zaya has answered 16 yes or no questions that are found at purposeofyou.com for our free Purpose Transformation Assessment. One of the questions Zaya answered yes to is, do you feel called to live your life in a more meaningful or impactful way? Zaya, you answered yes to that question. Why is that question relevant to you?
Yeah, I think that question is relevant to me just because I feel like we're all put here for a reason and we all have a purpose here. Even if we haven't found what that purpose is yet, just because I feel like we're all put here for a reason and we all have a purpose here. Even if we haven't found what that purpose is yet, we were all put here for a purpose. And I mean, I'm sure my purpose has something to do with basketball, but I do think I'm here for a more meaningful purpose. So that's why I answered yes to it.
That's great. All right. As we close out this episode, what is one thing, Zya Vann, you have learned about yourself or your purpose?
One thing I've learned about myself is that I just really like peace. That's one thing I've learned about myself.
Peace is powerful. And what I love about that answer is earlier in this episode, that's what you said you want to give to your teammates. It's one of your core feelings. You love to feel it. It's more valuable for whatever reason that you're in today, but you're also making an intentional act saying, as I go to practice, you want to give peace to your teammates. That's putting your purpose to work. And we congratulate you and we honor you for doing just that. That's how you're living your life in a more meaningful and impactful way.
Yep. Thank you.
Zaya, thank you for being here today and thank you for sharing your story.
Of course.
Make sure you follow Zya Vann on Instagram at Zya Vann, ZYAVANN. And if you're a business owner or have business opportunities for Zaya and her NIL, make sure you reach out to her on Open Doors. And you can also learn more about your own purpose and living a life on purpose at purposeofyou.com. And please follow me on social media on all platforms at James M. Rink. Thanks for watching this episode of Purpose NIL.